Hi, my name's Pete Rainford and you're watching Rainford's Brew Lab. And today we're going to be making some mulled cranberry orange spice wine. Okay, we're going to need some ingredients, of course. We need some apple juice, we need some orange and mango juice, or just some orange juice if need be. Some cranberry juice, we need some yeast, of course, we need some cinnamon, we need some cloves. I've got ground cinnamon and ground cloves here. We need 150 grams of Demerara sugar and the zest of half an orange. Right, so let's get started. Let's move some stuff out of the way here. Okay, I bought this little 1.4 litre fermenter, which is what we're going to use today. I'm not making a big batch. I've got too much wine inside it, so make some smaller batches. Okay, so first off, I'm going to add our spices. Okay, let's add a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves. A 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. Okay, we need 500 milliliters of cranberry juice. And I'm just going to pour it into here. I'm not measuring this out because we've got to add some other bits and bobs, and so long as I fill this, I don't care if I'm 100 milliliters out either way, or 50 milliliters, whatever the case is. So 500 milliliters of cranberry juice, and then I'm going to use the other 500 milliliters in another brew later. Okay, that's enough. And then I'm going to add our pre-weighed 150 grams of Demerara sugar. Now, if you don't have Demerara sugar, use cane sugar, use normal sugar, but this will give it that, you know, bit more of a caramelly toffee type taste. So if you've got Demerara, go for it. Whoa, that come out quick. Come on. That's going everywhere. And the reason I'm putting it in here is so that I can shake it up. If you struggle to get this to dissolve, just heat up either the cranberry juice or with apple juice or with orange and mango juice, and then it will dissolve a lot quicker. We're also adding some air, some oxygen into the brew here, which helps the yeast, of course. Okay, it's not fully dissolved, but I'm going to pour that in, and then I'll add the rest of the juice that we're going to add into here and shake it up again, and we will get that dissolved. Okay, let's get that in. Not that much sugar left actually. Okay, that's our 500 milliliters of cranberry juice. Okay, now we're adding 400 milliliters of orange and mango. There's a mark on here somewhere. There we go. Now I'm just going to put the top on there and give that a shake as well to get rid of that last bit of sugar. Okay, let's have that in. Whew, that's powerful. Wow. And then 200 milliliters of the apple juice. And we'll pour that in. Okay, in the centre. Smells good, does smell good. Okay, we're going to need half a teaspoon of yeast for this. 1.4 litres, half a teaspoon should be plenty. That's a quarter, so let's take a reading first before I pitch the yeast. Okay, I am going to give that a quick stir. Now I'm going to take a reading before we pitch our yeast. .080 on the nail. Okay. And pour that back in. Smells very orange and mango-y at the moment. Hoping those spices and other ingredients will get rid of most of that once it's brewed. Starting gravity 1.080. We haven't added the orange zest. That needs to go in, obviously. So let's stir that in. Okay, now, last but not least, I'm not going to say it. Let's pitch some yeast. Okay, no need to stir that in. We'll let it just rehydrate on the surface there. And then the top for these little fermenters is literally you just screw it on and the pressure just relieves this little rubber bung on the top there, pushes it up as the pressure builds and then lets it escape. It's that simple. How good is that? Okay, on we go. Voila. We're going to leave this for probably a week at 18 to 22 degrees Celsius. I'll have my heating pad back there as usual. And I'll come back and have a look and see how we're doing in a week's time. Okay, guys. Evening, guys. We've got our mulled cranberry orange spice wine here. Now, we brewed this back on 6th of 12th last year. So this has had over a month. Our target ABV was 12%. I've racked it off camera for those of you that want to see me siphoning and racking them. By all means, there's a video in the videos on this channel. Our base was cranberry, orange and mango and apple juice. We used Young's yeast. We used some ground cinnamon and some ground cloves. And some orange zest. Okay, our starting gravity was 1.080, so let's get a reading. A little bit back. Okay, what have we got, guys? Whoa. We have a dry brew is what we have. Come here. Okay, that's 0.994. just going to pour that back. Get rid of those. Final gravity is 0.094. Okay, by my reckoning that gives us around 11.5% finishing gravity, 11.5%. So we're 0.5 off our 12% target gravity, and I'm fine with that. 0.5% is, yeah, that's a good result. So with this being a mulled wine, of course I'm supposed to heat it up now, but I'm going to taste it as it is. Then I'll go and heat it up and we'll taste it as a mulled wine as it is designed to be. Right, let's get a lovely pour, shall we? Oh, it does smell good. I'll just pour a little bit of this because the main event should be the mulled wine, shouldn't it? So it's got a beautiful ambery yellow colour. Look at that, almost like a straw colour. Golden. Beautiful and clear. Okay, let's get a good smell. The spices definitely come through. It smells a bit appley. See, cranberry is not a very strong smelling juice, is it? So we only put a bit of that in anyway. Mango, orange, yeah, maybe. The spices are definitely there, the cinnamon and the cloves. Okay. It smells very sweet, although the reading said that we've gone very dry naturally, so let's go. Well, I can tell you now it tastes very nice as it is. But yeah, that's gonna be amazing once we get it warmed up. Get it steaming hot. Oh, it's a tropical fruit sort of taste. There's everything going on in there. Trying to isolate something. It's just a lovely mixed fruit taste. The apples are there. There's almost a little bit of a cidery taste, apple cider taste. But the other fruits are coming through too. Certainly the mango and orange, yeah. The spices are there, it's quite warm in here today because I've got the heating on, so I can already get a good idea of how this is going to taste hot. As a cold wine, chilled, I think this would be quite nice too. It'd be different because of the spices coming through. Anyway. Oh, that's how good that is. Again, quite a thick mouth coating feel. Very pleasant, very, very pleasant. Right. Look at this glass. Look at that. Look at the snowflakes on it and all the colours of the rainbow in there. It's gorgeous. I am going to go and warm this up and get it mulled, as they say. And we'll have another tasting. Back in 5. Okay guys, we have a piping hot mulled wine. Don't spill it on yourself, Pete. It's like tea. Look at that. Hey! Now then. Okay guys, I'll get some of this down me while it's still got a bit of steam there. I didn't want to burn my mouth, so I've let it cool a little. Anyway, cheers. Oh, it smells hot. on a cold January night, it really does work. Ah, it almost has a medicinal sort of smell now. It smells like it could cure your ailments, you know. It's a tonic all of a sudden. It's still very hot. I can't get much of that. But my God, it works. It does work better hot. It's an event. It's a delight. Oh, I could drink that before I go to work in the morning. No, Peter, you've got to drive. Okay, precious. Well, I can tell you guys, now that it's hot, it almost has this sort of honey smell and taste, and it has quite a thick texture anyway. So if I didn't know better, if someone said, "What have I made that of?" I'd say, "Oh, there's honey in there." There isn't, but it looks, smells, and tastes like there could be some honey in there. Oh, that's good. I've got a new favourite hot drink, and it ain't coffee. Oh, that's so warming. You've got the 11.5% alcohol and the heat of the drink itself, and the spices, everything coming through. And look at it, guys. What's not to like, eh? A little bit more. It's still a bit too hot to, really chug it back, so. Oh. Okay, guys, I'm going to call this. It's definitely a success. It's a mulled white wine. Lovely and spicy, lovely aromas. Nice thick mouthfeel. Would I make it again? Yeah. Maybe towards Christmas I'd make this again. I made it before Christmas, as you know. Will I be making it throughout the year? No. This is a winter drink. If you want to make it around Christmas, perfect. If you like January, February, and it's really cold. God, come in from the snow and be greeted with a steaming mug of that. Wow. Oh. Sunshine in the mouth. It really is. Alright guys, as always, if you've enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. I've got another mulled red wine coming and a spiced white wine, and there'll be plenty of other stuff. Have a look up here and So, cheers guys, see you next time. Hi, you're watching Raven's Brew Lab, and today we're going to be making some, what are we making, Peter? And today we're going to be making some, I can't remember more than 4 words at a time. Mulled cranberry orange spice wine. Hi, my name's Pete Rainford, and you're watching Raven's Brew Lab, and today we're going to be making some mulled spice orange and cranberry wine. No, we're not. Mulled cranberry orange spice wine. Mulled cranberry orange spice wine. And today we're going to be making some mulled cranberry orange spice wine.